Do not dwell in the past. Do not dream of the future. Concentrate the mind on present moment. Turn challenges into missions. Turn suffering into motivation. Turn insults into fuel. Turn losses into learnings. Turn setbacks into checkpoints. Turn strengths into superpowers. Turn motivation into execution. Hi everyone. Good evening to my channel Motivation Hub. This is Sai Krishna and the podcast series by Sai Krishna. Subscribing and joining us in this session. This is the first ever episode on my channel. Was happy on this day to introduce you Mr. Karthik Shah, the General Secretary, Youth Cell of Andhra Pradesh in World Human Rights Council, and he is also an aspiring lawyer and leader who requests and motivating and inspiring by our audience through your words. I'm very happy to have you in my channel. So, yes.
Well, thank you very much for this amazing introduction, I can say. And I'm super grateful for being on this podcast. And I really hope I do justice to your podcast. Since this was the first episode of yours. And I really hope people get motivated and inspired by your amazing work, what you're doing, Sai Krishna.
Yeah, thank you so much, Karthik. So now, what are your 3 greatest learnings of your life?
Learnings about my life, I really want to say that I truly believe in these 3 particular things in my life. There's no losing, only learning. There's no failure, only opportunities. And success is a never-ending process. Like for me, success is something which goes on. There's no end point for the success. It's like a circle which we have to move on and shift the momentum in your life to achieve more and more. Because if there is an end point to the success, there's nothing what we can do the other day when we, wake up. Somewhere you're going to read about this book after saying the moment I said there's a book called The Secret. How does this work? This works when you think about certain thing that automatically gets erected in your subconscious mind, and the brain starts emitting the same vibe in the universe. And at that point of time, all the like vibes which you are thinking gets connected, and that's how you come across the same thing which someone has said you a couple of days back or a couple of weeks back. Like I have been doing this for a long time. I thought of being, a good aspirant for a law, a good aspirant for a leadership skills, for the competitions and all that. And it automatically gets connected. And that's the reason, there's a very, that's the reason why all the motivational speakers or the leaders says that you have to stay positive, because whatever you think, that's going to attract your tribe. The vibe attracts your tribe. So this is what the book explains, that the secret behind your successful life, and that's law of attraction. Whatever you think, if you think good things are going to happen. If you think the other way around, it goes vice versa. If whatever I do in my life, either it may be my content, either it may be my profession, either it may be anything, if I'm existing, there must be some reason for it. And it's not just that we have to exist for ourselves. There's always something called as philanthropism in your life. It's like God has given us 2 hands, one to take, other one to give. One to take, other one to give. So whatever I do, man, I really, always my secondary target is that whatever I do in my life, that should help someone in any ways. Either it may be psychologically, either it may be monetary, either it may be by growing him up, either it may be by joining him with him, doing some collaborations, motivating the people, inspiring the people, sharing my ideas, helping some sort of people. Even if you take this World Human Rights Council of India or Youth Council of India, this is all about serving the humanity, serving the society. Yeah, for me, it's all about that, whatever I do, that should make someone achieve something. My content, my sort of thing, whatever I do, that should help someone else. So yeah, that makes me feel happy. If someone comes and says to me that, Karthik, I heard your speech and that really inspired me to do something, I'm super glad. Even if I win the competition, that's a secondary, that's a non-materialistic. For me, what matters the most is if even 1% of the people can see a change in their life by me as an existing human on this universe, that's more than enough. That's more than enough.
Wow. So that's the tips you follow in order to make your mental health strong.
It's an advantage is you can have a positive and optimistic mindset. See, every individual in their own lives have certain dip ups and dip downs in their life. It's by default, it's a part and parcel of a life. And see, what happens is, when there is a dip up, everything goes good in your life. But when there is a dip down, that's the real problem where everyone starts struggling in their lives. At that particular point, there's something called as optimistic mindset. Now, let me tell you how exactly this optimistic mindset works. Now, let's take an example of this quarantine or this COVID-19 as a situation. Give your 100% in the present, focus on your short-term goals. Like for me, the short-term goal for today is to give a super massive content and value for Sai Krishna on his podcast. And if I'm going to do this superb, the things are going to be lined up for me in the future.
Yeah.
This is for me. See, give your 100% in the present. See, make sure that you don't regret the day you sleep, the night you sleep, that man, I didn't give my 100.
That's good. And when coming to the language, so what is the best suggestion that you can give for the beginners to speak English? Because it's thing that a lot of people think that it's difficult to speak. So how you followed the tips that to get this communication going? What the tips you give for our audience to improve English?
Okay, connect yourself with everything which is linked to English. Like go and watch English movies, go and listen English songs, start thinking in English. Talk to the people, talk much to the people who speaks English fluently. Go and watch YouTube videos on English. See, do anything and everything which can make you link with English. Even if I, for example, let's say I'm having a conversation with you in Telugu. Let's say నేను ఇప్పుడు మీతో తెలుగులో మాట్లాడుతున్నాను. So you constantly have to analyze yourself that if I have to speak the same thing in English, what could I have been speaking? Because ratiocination. If you know what is the term ratiocination is something which makes you think that, which gives a deep thinking process in your mind. Now, when someone wants to learn English and when someone wants to really know how to start with my English skills, I suggest only one thing: connect with everything in your life with English. Either it may be entertainment, either it may be communication, either it may be reading books, either it may be, I can say one thing, that when I started my learning thing on English, I used to take a newspaper. I started reading the newspaper, and okay, I can even say you the reason for why I read even newspaper today is for English.